So here's something I've always wondered about. Why are most houses in tornado states made of wood instead of brick? I mean, even the third little pig knew to build his home from brick, so the wolf couldn't blow it down.
Little pigs, let me come in.
Anyways, let's talk about twisters.
Are those fireworks?
Yes, ma'am.
This story revolves around the weather, but it's also about a girl named Kate who has a deep fascination with tornadoes and is looking for a way to subdue them. She also has an uncanny ability to read a storm. She's basically a mix between Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton's character from the first film. So after a tragic event involving tornadoes, of course, she moves to New York. But a few years later, a friend convinces her to come back home to chase storms yet again.
And we need your help.
No, I don't chase anymore.
Kate, we can save lives.
This movie isn't so much a sequel as it is a reboot. In fact, it sort of mirrors the 1996 film. In both cases, our protagonist is a brilliant woman with a tragic backstory. We have rival teams chasing tornadoes. In both films, the hero of the story invented some sort of special tornado technology. And the antagonist in both movies is the weather. The rest of the story plays out like a mix between a disaster movie and a typical Hallmark rom-com, because it has all the elements of a rom-com. We have a professional young woman returning home to the countryside after living in the city. Our two heroes don't like each other at first. They annoy each other initially, but bond over a shared interest. And when you throw in some action sequences, you got yourself a summer blockbuster. And I have to say, it's pretty fun to watch. You can kind of predict beat by beat where the story is going, but the action sequences are very impressive. Daisy Edgar-Jones and Glenn Powell do a good job. It's just not very surprising. It's basically Twister, the 1996 version, but with way better visual effects. No flying cows though, unfortunately. But I have to commend the movie for not bringing back any of the old characters. Aside from a nod to Dorothy, the tornado tech from the first film, there are very few connections to the original. And I thought that was really refreshing. I was worried for a second when Kate's mom was introduced. She was in the shadows at first, so you only see a silhouette. And when she was revealed, I was so happy it wasn't Helen Hunt. Not every movie needs to be connected. It is totally fine to make a sequel/reboot with an entirely new cast. So, do I recommend Twisters? Sure. Why not? It's pretty fun, and even though it's really predictable, it all still works. And you don't need to have seen the original to appreciate this one. So go watch Twisters. It's very, very, very okay. Why not brick though?